and welcome to the first Kirklees Climate Commission TV programme. I'm Helen Curtis and I'm your host, a Kirklees resident and someone who's curious to learn more about the climate challenges we all face. And today I'm delighted to be joined by three experts from the Kirklees Climate Commission who are going to tell us a bit more about their aims and why climate matters to us as a local community. So Gideon, over to you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, your background and your interest in climate?
Yeah, hi Helen. I've been involved with sustainability and renewable energy and climate related issues for the last 25 years. I also ran the microgeneration certification scheme in the UK for 10 years of that time. So all the small scale renewables on the roofs and people see, that went through the scheme, and it ended up, when I left, it was about 1 million installs.
Amazing, thank you. And Snow?
Hi, Helen. I'm Dr. Jiani Snow Wu, a reader from Huddersfield Business School, University of Huddersfield. As a behavioral research expert in the field of sustainability, I always have a strong commitment to integrate elements such as behavioral science, social psychology, information technology, and human geography to improve sustainability overall and the quality of life for local communities.
So Kieran, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi Helen, I'm Kieran Valley. I've been a global interfaith leader and a community activist for over 2 decades. An integral part of that role has been around raising awareness around climate action, what we can all do, the small things we can do, some of the larger tasks we have at hand, to help mitigate what we're seeing today, which is a disaster. I've been involved in protesting, advocacy, working with policymakers to ensure that we can influence change at the political level. And at the same time, I was involved in an interfaith declaration for climate change, which allows people of faith to pledge to make a difference when it comes to the climate, to respect the planet, to protect and preserve.
Excellent, brilliant. Really looking forward to learning from you all. So maybe a good place to start is kind of what is the Commission and how did it come about? Gideon, do you want to cover that?
Yeah, the Commission is an independent body that we've set up to follow through from the Kirklees Council's climate emergency motion and also the targets for net zero 2038, which have been established for the district and also for West Yorkshire. But it started probably about 4 or 5 years before that as well, because a number of us were, when they were doing the climate emergency motion, were looking at how we could make a difference and what we were doing. And we set up an event called Leap into Action. As you might guess, it was 29th of February 2020, so 4 years ago now, where we had 110 people at the mission in Kirklees all talking about this. And also we did an event to talk about what a climate commission could look like. And so from there, it's really sort of grown.
Fabulous. And Kieran, you're obviously a commissioner as well. Are you able to tell us about the mission of the Commission?
Absolutely. So the mission of the Commission is to be an independent and fair, innovative source of inspiration, especially for the Kirklees district. And we have some experts, a host of experts as commissioners on the Commission who bring their skills, their wisdom. And we wish to be that voice for Kirklees around mitigation of climate action, to raise awareness, to provide guidance and to ensure that we can influence policy. So we have a very important role and we are a trusted partner across a host of stakeholders in order to achieve that objective.
That's amazing. So who will it help, Gideon? Who's going to benefit from the Commission?
Everyone, we hope. The idea is that everyone can get engaged, whether it's individuals or institutions or businesses or academia. The textile industry, we're very big here. We've got engineering here. We hope to help and support everyone and facilitate that change process, if you like, with climate action, and just be there as an advocate and a voice and a support mechanism for everyone.
That sounds amazing. But There's obviously a lot already happening. Like Kieran, you're already doing a lot within the community. So how does it build on the sorts of things that are already happening?
I think practical action is very important. So it's about those simple things that each one of us can do. For example, the 3 R's. So reduce, reuse and recycle, things that we can do within our homes. But then we think about the larger themes around energy, how we consume the energy, how much do we need to travel? Do we need to really travel? Do we need to take that flight? You know, we can do so much more from home these days. And I think it's really each individual reflecting on their own actions to understand the bigger picture, but ensuring that those actions form part of the collective, which is what we need is a teamwork, team effort, teamwork to ensure that we make change.
Can I just add one to that though, because that's the refuse. So those little things that you don't really need, you know, when the presents are being given out, think about what you actually need to give and what it's going to add value. So the refuse is a really added part to that.
And I think that could be the more challenging part, because sometimes it is difficult to refuse a gift, for example, if we're going to mark an occasion. So it would really require not just practical changes, but a change in mindset as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And having that conversation as well with people in the first place as well. So no, that's great. And Snow, you're from the university, so you're able to tell us about kind of why the university is supporting and involved with the commission?
Yeah. So our university have been doing quite a lot of efforts in terms of driving sustainability and climate actions. Working closely with Kirklees Climate Commission is one thing. And so our business school work especially very close with Kirklees Climate Commission. We have office in our business school. We have like research workshops. We invited them to present in our class to further educate the young generation in terms of sustainability and climate actions. We all know that is very important. So from research perspective, our research have been publishing thousands of research in terms of sustainability, sustainable development goals, the 17 SDGs, which was proposed by United Nations. You'll be amazed how many scholars are working on research in terms of sustainability and the actions, climate actions. So our university also has several research centers with a particular focus on sustainability and responsibility. For example, we have International Research Center like a Future Mobility Lab, and we have our own business school research center called Surge with a particular focus on sustainability and responsibility. They have been very, very active in hosting seminars across the country. And our university, from strategic perspective, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Tim Sultan, he led a strategy group called Climate Emergency Steering Group. They have been proposing different strategic plans, including how to place sustainability into the curriculum, how to use research to drive sustainability, so on and so forth. So yes, we've been doing quite a lot of efforts in driving climate actions.
That's amazing, that all that's happening here within Huddersfield, within the university, and making a difference from an international point of view as well. So absolutely you can see the connection there. So obviously this is Kirklees Climate TV, and it'd be really good to know kind of what's the aim with the TV show. So Gideon, what's your view?
I think the first part of it is that, as we've said, lots of little actions, but where do you know how to do that? So part of it is about, I think for me, it's about that engagement with the outside world. It's the understanding of what's out there, what we can do, trying to get the interest in it, you know, and also to inspire people to actually take that action, whether it's a business or whether it's academia or individuals. You know, we all need to take those actions. So, you know, I think for me, the climate TV is a really important medium for actually getting that out.
That's amazing. And Snow, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I believe Kirklees Climate TV will be very beneficial to a diverse audience, especially for those who have interest to have a better understanding what is climate change and what causes climate change, what behavior can cause climate change issues, and how we can reduce climate change issues. For example, like for residents, they would benefit from loads of useful information for their daily life. So they probably notice like a zero carbon, net zero everywhere in town, but they know little how we can do to achieve that goal. So they would benefit from watching the Kirklees Climate TV. And for researchers and students, they would benefit with like some insights from experts, latest research findings. And I believe like local business will benefit from TV as well. Like we are going to share some successful stories locally. So yes, I think everyone will be benefit.
Excellent. That's great. So it sounds like education, awareness, very practical and kind of nice and simple for us, to the people who are not academics, who are just kind of somebody just in the community going about their day-to-day life, practical things. So with that in mind, to kind of close off this first session, I'd love to hear from you all some practical thoughts that myself and the viewers can take away. So Kieran.
I think it's important to communicate the urgency of the situation. That's the first and foremost thing. The fact that if we don't act today, we may not have a tomorrow. We don't have an insurance policy that covers our planet. And I think on that note, as a member of a faith community, and faith communities make up over 80% of the world's population, we are stewards. Our role is to be stewards for the earth, for the protection and the preservation of our planet. And I believe that if we practice as we preach, as people of faith, we can make a huge difference. It's about care, it's about kindness, compassion, and just making small changes, in line with our beliefs, which makes it even stronger, because faith is something that shapes one's life. It provides direction. So using our faith as momentum to make a difference is so important. And something very simple is about adopting a plant-based diet. Are we ready to give up the steak for the sake of the planet? Is it too much to ask?
Brilliant, thank you. And Snow.
Yeah, so I believe when we talk about the relationship between climate and Kirklees as a place, it's talking about climate and human behaviors, human activities. So I would say individual behavioral change is a must. And from today, can everyone just try to turn off your lights and energy whenever you can, when they are not in use, wherever you are at home or at workplace, or when you travel and stay at a hotel.
Excellent, that's great. So we've got a plant-based diet and then switching the lights off. They all sound like things that we can take steps towards doing. Gideon, what would you add to that?
I think the first one would be to support the Climate Commission,
Excellent.
Obviously, and to keep an eye on what we're doing, and also give us feedback, and also then let us know what you need to know as well. I think will be really important for us. And we're there to help and support, and we're not here to be preachy. I think that's the important part of this. So we want to help, we want to support everyone. We need this climate action, as everyone said. We're here to be that interface, if you like.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Snow. Thank you, Gideon, for your insights. That's been fabulous. Over the next few months, we will be sharing more content. Next month, we're looking to simplify some of the things like the SDGs and the 1.5 and some of these things that you've maybe heard on the news or you've read about, but actually what does that mean? So we'll be going into those. If you want more information, there's links to look at for the Commission website below, or if you want to get involved as well. And thank you very much for watching.